sure. And the location's weird. And,
Yeah.
you know, like, obviously, it's the Miami Open. They're probably not going to move it anywhere else. But
Dream scenario.
if you were to move it anywhere in Florida, my top three, and I doubt this is ever going to happen, but one, move it back to Key Biscayne, which that's not going to happen.
No.
I mean, I guess part of the deal I'd heard is Key Biscayne would not allow any more building.
Yeah,
right?
they had a temporary grandstand when they were there, so that was they wanted more courts, more. It's a public park, and part of the agreement with the family that donated the park was a certain percentage had to be for the public, and they didn't want a certain percentage developed.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So they couldn't grow it anymore.
Right.
So that was number one. I liked it at Crandon Park. I only went once.
Yeah,
You went a ton.
I volunteered a couple of years. That's where I really got my passion for pro tennis. I saw a lot of top players practicing, and I had a full access pass. So that was I'm grateful for that experience. But it's not going back there.
No. So my other two options. One, the USTA, like I guess it's USTA Tennis Center, which I think is like their player development location. Lake Nona, basically Orlando. There's like 100 freaking courts there. I mean, that'd be a great option. I think there's enough courts to play Miami Open. I just don't know how great it is for viewing, though, right? Well, I think they have a stadium because they played the Fed Cup, whatever.
Okay.
They play the Fed Cup there. So I'm like, well, why can't you do a big tournament? And doesn't IMG own this tournament? So IMG Academy, I think they have a bunch of courts. But it's probably, you're right. They need a stadium. You need a grandstand. You need the pomp and circumstance of it all.
I think that they were such a key tournament in the 90s and the early 2000s, and there was a lot of players from the Florida area or trained in the Florida area. And then Larry Ellison, the billionaire, had a tournament at the BNP Paribas, and money is no issue for him. So I think because that tournament is right before and it's compared to that tournament, and they just have everything top notch, and Miami feels like an inferiority complex with them. Like now, or they're kind of a little brother. But
I mean, I've never been to Indian Wells. I hear it's awesome.
Yeah,
and everyone I talk to, it's like tennis paradise. But it's almost like he throws money at that tournament so it's good and quality.
Yeah,
where Miami is just doing all these things.
Well, they're a business. They gotta make money.
Right. Yeah. To be a business.
Yeah.
And it's a completely different feel. It's catering to make a profit, not necessarily cater to the tennis enthusiast, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like if you're in Miami and you want to be seen, go to the Miami Open, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a place to be seen.
Want me, love me, shower me with kisses.
And hang out, and that's a lot of the town, but